African Continent Free Trade Area is not an abstract policy framework. It is a generational mandate to unite our economies, facilitate trade, unlocking prosperity for all Africans. It is the key that will free us from the economic chains that have for too long ensured that Africa remains underdeveloped. To realize this vision, we must invest, connect, and integrate. Infrastructure is the lifeblood of any economy. It is the roads, railways, airways, and seaways that link not our villages to our cities, but that link our countries. But more importantly, that will move trade between our countries. It is the power that, and we need energy infrastructure because it is the power that fuel our industries. The digital highways that connect our young entrepreneurs to global markets, and the bridges that unite Africa as one economic force. It is the foundation of self-sufficiency. Africa does not merely consume, but it must create, produce, and lead. Our ambition cannot be limited to constructing roads and railways and ports. We must own and manufacture the trains that run on them. We must unlock the potential of the ocean economy. We must begin to own and manufacture the ships that dock in our harbors. Africa must move beyond being an exporter of raw materials and become the manufacturer of the future. We must beneficiate our minerals. All the minerals that the world needs, we have, but we give them to the world and we don't use them for our own development. So, in beneficiating our minerals, it will mean we are price callers, not price takers. It will also mean that the wealth of the continent will remain here because we are the biggest exporters of jobs and revenue when we export raw materials. The Africa Continental Free Trade offers us an unparalleled opportunity, a single market for over 1.3 billion people, with a combined gross domestic product of more than $3.4 trillion. But let us be clear, if we do not own the means of production, if we do not prioritize industrialization, we'll remain where we are and keep exporting jobs. Over the years, the Africa Prosperity Dialogue have become a premier platform for giving partners that drive regional integration, intra-Africa trade, and sustained investments. We have not just spoken, we have acted. The 2024 Prudence Compact, developed with partners such as the Africa Continental Free Trade Secretariat, the United Nations Economic Commission, UNECA, and the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, is a landmark achievement. It aligns our efforts with Agenda 2063, the Africa we want. This is a bold statement of Africa's commitment to self-sufficiency and economic sovereignty. Moreover, the launch of the Mobile Money Interoperability Symposium has underscored the critical role of financial inclusion in economic integration. The decision by the African Union mid-year coordinating meeting to adopt the continent-wide interoperability proposal is testament to our collective resolve to dismantle trade barriers that have long hindered economic growth. Of course, we cannot speak of prosperity and development without recognizing the indispensable role of women and young people. Women are not just contributors to economic growth, they are the foundation of sustainable development. From agriculture to trade, from politics to science and technology, women drive our economy forward. Yet, they continue to face barriers that limit their full participation. If Africa is to thrive, we must break these barriers, ensuring that women have equal access to capital, to markets, leadership, and decision-making spaces. Young people are not just the future, they are the present. They are actually the bridge between the present and the future. With more than 60% of Africa's population under the age of 25, this is not just a demographic statistics. It is our greatest competitive advantage. We must invest in the skills revolution and opportunities that enable young Africans to innovate and to lead. If we fail to empower them, we will have failed in our duty to build the Africa that we want, that is not only prosperous, but also just and equitable. If we don't invest in the young people, we'll continue to see the sorry sights of young people crossing and drowning in the Mediterranean, leaving our continent out of desperation, not out of choice. But we must also confront the enduring power dynamics that have defined Africa's engagement with the world. For too long, we have been positioned as recipients of aid rather than partners in development. As one of our sons of the soil, Steve Biko, so powerfully reminded us, and I quote, "The most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed." We must free ourselves from dependency, embrace self-sustainability, taking control of our own developmental trajectory. Africa is not poor, but Africans are poor. Africa has never been poor. It is the structuring of global trade, the extraction of wealth, and the legacy of historic exploitation that has impoverished us. That era must end. Distinguished guests, the time has passed for rhetoric. This is our moment to make history. We must act not in isolation, but together as united Africa. Let this be the moment to recommit ourselves to the Africa we want, an Africa that no longer exports its potential but harnesses it. Let us leave this dialogue not merely inspired, but equipped with concrete strategies, commitments, and partnerships that will bring our vision to life. I urge every participant here to actively engage in the deliberations. Let this be an opportunity to network, to strategize, and to collaborate in ways that will leave a lasting impact. As we embark on this journey, let us remember, history will not judge us by the speeches we make, but by the Africa we leave behind. I thank you.
Her Excellency, Dr. A round of applause.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe,
and click on the bell for more updates.